Sigh. How did it all come to this? At some point we had all been so happy. Before Zerlon became corrupted by those Evildors and became a monster. And now he returns to conquer all we hold dear and enslave the world we love. How did it all become such a bleak dark time for us, when we could have been a normal family in this world? And now, all we can do is pray that whatever gods this world once had, still we the friends of Satan will stand strong with us as we run headfirst into this nightmare, and pray that we will make it out the other side victorious. And will know such beings had never truly left when the old world fell, and were here with us the entire journey, from cradle to grave, and back again. Come in. Are you ready to go? The time is upon us. Dawn. Our crusade against the forces of darkness begins now, as we agreed. How long will it take us to reach the east? On foot it may take anywhere between 2 weeks or longer than a month. It all depends on how quickly and safely we are able to cross the mountains. We won't have much access to transport along the way, so we'll have to make do. We can work with that. You're quicker than you look. Very funny. Grab your stuff. It'll meet you downstairs in a few minutes. Make sure you grab a bite to eat on the way out. To reach the areas on the outskirts of Zerlon's territory, from here we cross the mountains, down the other side down through the thick jungles and across the rivers, until we reach the east. And once we get there, we need a careful plan, otherwise this will all just be a waste of effort. Try to keep low. Stick to the wildernesses, and only approach towns. Close to the borders and only after careful observation to know these places are safe. Makes sense. Hey bro, HMM? Do you ever think back to when we were young and had no cares in this world? Back when you could spend all day out in the woods with the animals there and just play and talk to them and they'd almost seem to listen? I remember you climbing that centuries-old willow tree down by the graveyard and looking out over the cracked old stones and into the town. It was odd out there. It was like everyone was watching but no one was there. It was like I could sense their presence, but there was nobody watching. The field was empty. Just me and the stones, and that old ruined shrine. The one with a bell and the old stone inscription. The ball and chain inside had long since rusted away, and the words on the tablet are in an unreadable ancient script, with the letters fading away. It was an old world burial ground, no honest, been laid to rest there for over 6 centuries at least. With no idea who they were or how they lived. Mobius has made great strides in technology and society over the past couple of centuries, but we still can't even begin to understand our lost history. Whoever the people buried there were, we know nothing of them other than where they now rest. And yet I always felt like I had friends there. Almost as if the people beneath the stones were looking out for me, even when the people I actually knew seemed to turn their backs. I wonder why. At least you had more active company. The beasts always seemed at peace when you were around. What can I say? If always had a knack with animals, they understand me better than most people have met. You never had any fear. I still remember you coming across a bear in the forest and just sitting next to it as if it were just another creature. I find the larger ones much easier to connect with than the smaller ones. Even though most larger animals are more dangerous, they are usually more at peace when if around than the smaller ones. Yeah, it's hard to believe so much has changed for us all. Zerlon always had a quick temper, even as a child. He always surrounded himself with the unknown and with danger. He reveled in destruction even then. Less has changed than you'd think. Not much further now, right? Right. Drake, have you ever heard stories of this floating island far west of here that supposedly houses mystical treasures and powerful energy, defended by a race sworn by duty to protect its secrets? Yes, if heard about Angel Island. Sounds interesting. Never been. Obviously. Maybe one day. My only concern for it is the danger that Zerlon may attack the island and try to claim the power for himself. We'll take him down before he can get that far. If sure you will, but first. You up for a challenge? Taking on our crazy brother is a challenge enough in itself. This will barely count as a warm-up. Then let's get going.